8 of the leading 10 NFT art sales as of March 23 have actually been bumped from the list. In March, ArtNet Information published a checklist of one of the most costly NFT artwork ever marketed, topped by Beeple's $69 million sale at Christie's. That occurred on March 11, catapulting the artist, whose actual name is Mike Winkleman, to number 3 on the listing of most expensive living musicians at auction. However, while that high watermark still stands, the remainder of the list promptly became out of date, with brand new NFT artworks continuing to cost climbing costs in the numerous thousands. Yet while the exponential development in NFT sales has actually struck some as unsustainable, records that the bubble has ruptured appear to be premature. Turnover in the all-time top 10, considering that we initially assembled it in March, supports that final thought. The leading 2 sales have actually maintained their settings, but the various other 8 are all brand new, with the 3rd, 4th, as well as 5th most expensive works falling to 13th, 16th, and 17th areas in less than 3 months. Further reinforcing the case for an ongoing NFT boom are major sales for a number of various other NFTs that don't rather certify as artworks. Twitter creator Jack Dorsey marketed his first tweet, which released the prominent social media system, as a $2.9 million NFT. The New York Times released an article by this column on the blockchain, explaining the phenomenon as well as produced it as an NFT that took place to cost $555,289. Existing net sensations have actually additionally succeeded on their own, with memes like Calamity Girl and Excessively Affixed Sweetheart coming to be $401,718 as well as $417,299.40 NFTs. Specifically, the early YouTube hit Charlie Little Bit Me brought $761,000 as an NFT, and after that there are the CryptoPunks, which have actually started selling at Christie's and Sotheby's, have sold for numerous dollars, led by a concealed alien punk that brought $11.75 million at Sotheby's' very first curated NFT sale earlier this month. When we published our last checklist, just 3 NFT artwork had actually ever covered the $1 million rate point, 2 by Beeple, and also Kevin Abbas's Forever Rose, which sold for $1 million to a team of cryptocurrency capitalists in February 2018, before the term NFT was also really in operation. Since June 16, CryptoArt.io checklists no fewer than 17 NFT artwork appearing at $1 million or above, not including Forever Rose, which wasn't sold on a system tracked by the website. Teenager NFT phenom Fuasius's The Long-Lasting Gorgeous by Fuasius, which completed our top 10 with a $550,000 sale, has been up to number 31 there. He'll likely rebound with his upcoming Christie's sale of NFT artworks influenced by his gender shift. Ranking NFT sales, nevertheless, is complicated by the truth that the worth of Ethereum is frequently rising and fall, something that our initial list did not consider. This time about, our list is based upon the conversion value of Ether at the time of the sale. With all that in mind, here is a list of every single edition NFT artwork that has cost at the very least $1 million to date. 14. Wispy, Not Forgotten, But Gone. $1 million, March 2021. Perhaps the musician on the checklist with the most standard art world presence, you might have detected his gummy bear mug shots at art fairs like Extent. Wispy made his most significant NFT sale with a riff on Damien Hirst's Golden Massive Skeletal System sculpture, Gone Yet Not Failed to Remember, on view at Miami's Faena Resort. 13. Kevin Abbas, Forever Rose $1 million, February 2018. Gifto. Kevin Abbas got some press for offering $1 million dirt-covered photo of a potato in 2016. However, no one in the ArtNet Information Office knew fairly what to make of journalism launch for his sale of a digital artwork of a rose on Valentine's Day in 2018. Even crypto art's very early adopters weren't utilizing the term NFT yet. Today, the sale seems like it was a precursor of things ahead. 12. Paris Hilton and also Blake Cavin, iconic crypto queen, $1.111211 million, nifty entrance. Heiress as well as former Truth Television star Paris Hilton has ended up being a not likely but specialized NFT evangelist, also sustaining a structure that offers gifts to artists aiming to burglarize the crypto art room, to offer her very own NFT art, accompanied by the tagline, "Digital blondes have more enjoyable, right?" Hilton coordinated with Blake Catherine, a leading women crypto musician, however still fell short to crack the all-male leading 10. 11. Don Diablo, Stanation Segonaya, $1.24 million, super rare. Stanation Segonaya is an hour-long, audio-visual experience that took 1 year to make, according to its super rare listing. The NFT of the sci-fi flavored item came with handmade box containing a hard drive that allegedly stores the only top-quality duplicate of a file of the film/concert, making it a truly special art piece. 10. 3LAU, Gunky's Uprising, $1.333333 million, nifty entrance. DJ and also digital musician Justin David Blau, stylized as 3LAU for his name, achieved $11 million in NFT sales in a March drop marking the 3-year wedding anniversary of his album Ultraviolet, led by the animated artwork and also video gunky surprising. 9. Pack the Pixel, $1.35555 million, Sotheby's as well as Nifty Gateway. Prior to Beeple, there was Pack, the confidential musician who began dropping NFTs in February 2020. When Sotheby's looked to follow up Christie's eruptive Beeple sale, it counted on Pack. That didn't disappoint. A 90-minute bidding process war burst out over the Pixel, an actual 1x1 gray pixel, the most standard unit of a digital picture, representing the arrival of digital art on the conventional public auction residence scene. 8. Pack the Switch, $1.444444 million, Sotheby's as well as Nifty entrance. Pack's most expensive job to date, likewise from his Sotheby's sale, is implied to stand for the means art is developing in the electronic realm. The proprietor has the alternative of triggering the switch to alter the artwork to a new, unidentified image, yet doing so is irreparable. 7. Kevin McCoy, Quantum, $1.58 million, super rare. The initial NFT ever produced, Kevin McCoy's Quantum came out of Rhizome's 7-on-7 conference in 2014, when the artist and technologist Anil Dash were the first to have the concept of placing one-of-a-kind electronic artworks on the blockchain. Made entirely with code, the computer-animated Quantum is a shapeshifter, creating brand new forms on its own. 6. Scopy, Fatality Dip, $1.58 million, super rare. London-based crypto art pioneer Scopy has been minting NFTs on super rare given that the system's earliest days in 2018. His piece Death Drip was just the 14th NFT offered on the website, and now stands as its most costly. Scopy obtained 10% of the resale rate per the super rare contract. The purchaser, who passes the deal with 4,156 collection, named after a CryptoPunk it possesses, praised Scopy on Twitter after the sale as one of the most crucial living artists, and also plans to include him greatly in a forthcoming crypto art site, according to Metaversal. Scopy is likewise headlining an NFT auction at Bonham's Curad with super rare running June 21st to June 30th, which is being billed as the first cooperation in between an electronic art platform and a traditional auction home. 5. Mad Dog Jones, Replicator, $4.1 million, April 2021, Phillips. Mitcha, Mad K9 Jones, Dauba came to be the most pricey living Canadian musician with his auction debut at Phillips earlier this year, noting your house's very first foray right into the world of NFT art. His item, Replicator, is unique in that it will certainly create brand new NFTs every 28 days, type of like the traditional copy machine it illustrates. The purchaser can ultimately own between 180 as well as 221 of-a-kind NFTs, each of which has its own resale value. 4. Edward Snowden, Stay Free, Edward Snowden, $5.4 million, April 2021, Foundation. Edward Snowden's NFT artwork includes the court records making a decision that the national security firm's mass surveillance technique went against the regulation, with his picture by Platone overlaid above the text. The proceeds approached the whistleblower's freedom of journalism structure. 3. Beeple, Seafront, $6 million, Nifty entrance, March 2021. Kept in mind NFT collector Justin Sun just lost out on the Everyday's public auction as the great deal's underbidder, yet grabbed this Beeple job simple weeks later. One of the drawings from Beeple's Everyday's series, Oceanfront, is suggested to be a warning of the dangers of environment adjustment, with the musician guaranteeing to donate the earnings to the charity The Open Earth Structure. 2. Beeple, Crossroads, $6.6 million, February 2021, Nifty Gateway. The initial buyer didn't know which work of art he would really get with his $66,666.66 purchase of Crossroads at Beeple's very first NFT sale, the first decline, in October 2020. There were 2 feasible images, depending on the outcome of the United States governmental election. After the votes were arranged and also the piece was settled, to reveal a defeated head of state Donald Trump existing nude and also covered in graffiti on the roadside, the enthusiast turned it for 100 times a lot more the initial sale price. 1. Beeple, Everydays, the first 5,000 days, $69 million, March 2021, Christie's. It seems unlikely that other NFT artwork will certainly be able to match the massive rate factor achieved by Beeple's Everydays at Christie's, yet if this unstable brand new marketplace has actually shown us anything, it's to expect the unanticipated. Follow Cryptians on YouTube. Want to keep up with the art world? Subscribe, like and register for the network to get the most recent news.